Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to PSGL, the PlayStation TS Season 31 for the F3 Division. I am your commentator, Iron Neon, or as Jared Lee Fosbury. I am joined in the booth by the OAP himself, Mr. Sondra Soaug. Well then, Sondra, how are you doing today?
Good, you know.
Great to hear. And if you did miss last week, we had a couple of retirements. I believe we had 6 retirements in Japan. Also, the Trench Points leader did take a bit of a hit in his championship after his retirement, as Marlon has closed the gap and they're now tying on points, 48 points each, with Shane obviously still in the lead by, I think, fastest lap or something like that. But it's going to be all kicking off today. Who's going to take the lead in the championship? But before we do go on that, qualifying prediction then, Sondra. Who do you think is going to be at top of qualifying?
Well, it's a good question, but Shane, obviously, he's been strong since the start of the season. Marlon, I believe he wasn't that strong in the first opening rounds, but he's looked like the strongest driver so far, so I think I'm gonna go with Marlon on pole, Shane in second, and you know, Shizune Noah is starting to become a bit of a quality merchant this season, so I'm gonna go with him in third.
Ah, fair enough then. Well, I'm going to go a bit different. I'm going to go with Noah obviously taking pole, as he is a quality merchant. I'm going to go with Marlon second, but third, I'm going to go with Lewis Curtis. I've heard he's been doing some impressive lap times, so maybe he can be up there at least in the top 3, as Noah then has started his final lap in the McLaren. The McLaren team are usually just quality merchants, as Sondra said. Nice and tidy through 1 and 2, decent exit as he comes on to the long right-hander, where we can see some possible overtaking opportunities. There's a lot of people now bunching up in the final corner there, trying to avoid slipstream. There's no way into the chicane, doesn't invite it, keeps it nice tidy again. Yeah, the double right-hander, where I believe in 09 Lewis Hamilton crashed it out and cost himself a good result. No, then DRS active down at the next straight as they're approaching Ascari. Got to get this nice and right, because if you don't, you're going to lose a lot of time, or worse, crash it into the wall. I look nice and tidy, decent exit again. There's that a Williams behind them on a lap, Sondra?
I do not know. I'm currently following 88 Lewis RC.
Alright, fair enough then. There's Noah then coming to the line, and it's a 1:19.3. It's not a bad lap time there, as it is Jax then who is next. Got second quickest with a 19.6, and Marlon picking the pace up already a 19.2. Divisional pole. As Lickle's invalidated. Anybody else finishing laps ahead?
Morad is heading down to Parabolica as AT takes provisional pole right now with a 19.1. However, Morad coming out of Parabolica over the line to do a 1:19.7. A bit off for him right now.
Yeah, a bit off him indeed, as your fellow Norwegian driver into 9th. Not a bad lap time, 19.666 there. In 9th place. Anybody else finishing a lap? What about Cameron? I think he invalidated.
Tito heading to the line, 1:19.6. Sane.
He's invalidated.
Maybe no. Brand is, well, he's not coming to the line, but he is on a lap though. Scratch that. He is just invalidated.
Yeah, I did catch that, and he looked a bit unsettled there on the curb, on the entry at that corner.
QRT Borrell seems to be going on a lap. I believe Lickle Blocks should be on a lap as well. Actually, Borrell is not anymore. But Lickle Blocks is. He's in Ascari. Maybe going a bit deep on the entry there. Or heading down the straight into Parabolica now. Let's see then, as he brakes, getting nice turning early on the throttle, and then out of Parabolica and into the pit.
Yeah, I don't think he had enough fuel to get back round. or something. So
Fair enough. Then I believe the
Ferrari
next ones should be Davy or
it'll be
Snipes.
Snipes. Snipes will be the next one on a lap in the Ferrari. No lap time set. He was showing some strong pace in Japan. Obviously, you weren't at Japan. He did, I believe, qualify at the front. Had a good start to the race, and then it all fell apart him on the late stages. He lagged out, rejoined, then I believe he had a crash. Why a lot of people crashed out. As Airy for Airy, can I have a shout out? Yo, Airy, can I have a shout out then? I believe somebody can give you that shout if he wants to. Snipes then is going to be beginning his flying lap then, if you want to go on board with that ball in the Ferrari.
And then we see Snipes crossing the line, activating his DRS up into 8th gear, maxing out his revs already, hitting 218 before he breaks down for turn 1, going a bit deep. Not really getting a good line through that first chicane, however. Now, down through this long, flat out right-hander before he heads in to this second chicane, another difficult one. Looking better through there though. Then into the Lesmos and through the first one, taking a lot of that outside curve before he goes into the second Lesmo. Once again using that outside curve and exit to maximize his speed. Now heading down this DRS straight into Ascari. Turning in very early, not too early though, so it's a good run in the end there. Before he heads down towards Parabolica, and let's see then what can Snipes do. Breaking into Parabolica, getting early on throttle, getting a lot on throttle as well. And now over the line, it's gonna be a 1:19.5.
Not a quick lap, maybe it's obviously a bang famous David did invalidate on that run.
I reckon he lost a lot of time in this first chicane, to be honest.
Cameron invalidated again. Small and finishing his lap. No, he's not. Anybody? No. Hershey then.
Noah is not far away from finishing his lap.
Oh, Hershey spun it through Ascari. And that's not what
Let's see them. That's one McLaren around. What about the other one? He gets through nicely.
Oh, you're not allowed.
Oh, and using some of that slipstream. That could be looked at after the race, as we see him then heading out of Parabolica. And let's see, what is it gonna be? 1:18.9.
Paul right now, provisional Paul. First one in the 18s, not a bad lap for Noah, but has he got what it takes for the race? We'll have to wait for that if he does get beaten on his time. I believe Edward is on a fly right now.
That might be, but I'm gonna have to interrupt you as Shane is about to finish his flying lap now over the line. 1:19.2, improves up into third.
Oh,
before Marlon beats
89.
Noah.
But here comes Edward then, oh look up. Coming to the line in the Haas. And that's 10th quickest, 19.580, so not the best run, as somebody else just improved. Who was that? Murad, actually, in the Williams, moves to 6th with a 19.3. Not a bad lap.
Like my fellow Norwegian driver, Tinar Vallakongen, heading into the Parabolica, breaks down into 5th, short shifts up to 6th. I don't think I've seen others do that, to be honest, but let's see then over the line, 1:19.2, so not a bad lap, just behind Shane there.
Yeah, not a bad lap indeed, as trying to go on board with Burrell. It's on an invalid run right now. Davy's getting ready for a lap. Let's go on board with Davy then in the Aston. There's had 2 invalid runs so far. He was involved in a steward investigation at Mexico, and unfortunately didn't get to do the Japan race. He was at the quali ban, and he did 5 corners, and then he got took out, I believe, by the McLaren, or just crashed it himself into the wall. Hopefully his luck can change today then. Nice and tidy through 1 and 2. Decent exit. Hopefully he doesn't take the toll of the Red Bull ahead, as Slipstream is banned and still do it now and then. Though through turn, they say 4 and 5. Nice and tidy there. Entry there, the nicest entry I've probably seen so far. Through the right. It's alright, not really best run through there. See the left-hander with the DRS into Ascari. He's approaching now. Will he make a mistake like Hershey did? Lifts off, nice and tidy. Keeps it away from the curbs. There's a lot of slow traffic up ahead. So that's a Ferrari. Don't know which Ferrari that was, but that could have been Snipes.
I believe it was.
As David then coming to the line as the Red Bull's doing another lap. As Borrell moves to 15th. David up, a 19.805, stays in his position in 17th. But Cameron Sondre is purple. I'm guessing you just saw a little mistake.
Almost lost it at the exit of Ascari though, but he managed to keep it straight. Now into Parabolica. What can the toxic tomato himself do as he comes up to the line? It's going to be a 1:19.7.
Well, he's definitely not going to be happy with that lap.
Oh, Hershey's about to come to the line as well. Heading out of Parabolica for his first timed lap. Let's see then, it's going to be a 1:19.2 and straight into 5th for him.
Yeah, the McLaren's doing what they did like in Austria, where they had a good qualifying. Hopefully they can make that turn the rest. Noah though, behind him on a flyer right now. We'll keep an eye on that as an Aston's just gone past. I'm guessing that was fruitful. It was. He's just moved to 3rd, I think. But the only 2 drivers right now though, so Andreas Marlon and Noah in the 18s. But yet again, look how close the grid is from 3rd all the way to... well, in theory, 1st all the way to 19th, under a second.
Indeed close. And the AT currently heading into Parabolica as well. He was a bit down on his lap though, but I don't know if he had some time to catch in. He did not, so he's going into the pit.
McLaren's getting awfully close again.
However, Noah is on. He's up on his lap though, and it looks like there is some slipstreaming here, Jared.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's twice now they've done it on the back straight, and it's not allowed. The rule is you're not allowed to slip anybody. But he takes provisional pole 1:18.913. So is this going to be another pole position, which may result into a quali ban for the next round, like Shane in Austria, with his exceeding track limits?
It could be. It could be. However, Marlon through Parabolica right now. He was a couple of thousandths up on his lap, but look at that. 1:18.9 response to Noah's lap.
Instantly just tells Noah, well, I can keep improving every time you improve. So right now advantage Marlon, but there's only 3 minutes and 30 seconds into the session. Got to get round quickly if they want to do another lap. But Alex, around the final corner in the Williams, apparently 3/10 up on his lap. And that's going to be 4th place there. 19.133. Not a bad lap from Alex. It's a very good lap from him, as past quality's not been that good.
Very strong lap indeed.
Is anybody else on a lap? No, Shane though is on an lap, but Lewis is the next.
First one starting a lap will be ET8 Lewis, who's crossing the line to start his possibly final run in this quali right now. Heading down towards turn 1. Gotta get this right. Doesn't look too bad through there. Doesn't look like the best exit though, but here we go through Curva Grande next. This long flat out right-hander before heading in to this next chicane, and Lewis currently 800 up on his time. Let's see then, can he catch some time in the Lesmos? Getting through nicely in the first one, then using the curbs in the second one to then head out on this next DRS straight, heading down under a bridge and up towards Ascari as he's slightly down now. Let's see then through Ascari, can he find some time here? Before now heading down this back straight into Parabolica. Now let's see, ooh, small twitch there, I don't know how that's gonna affect his lap, but let's see, over the line, 1:19.3. And a tiny improvement from him.
Yeah, tiny improvement indeed, and just a bit unlucky there. Lewis was showing some good pace, but couldn't get the pace down there as he's lining 11th. Don't know if he's going to try and go for another run. He's probably not going to have the tyres or the battery. However, though, on board with the championship points leader, or tied leader, with Marlon, as Marlon has retired, so he's caught it today with an 18.9. Noah's gone back out, so will Marlon have pole? But one board with Shane. Has he got an answer for the Merc to try and retake the lead in the championship, or is Marlon going to be having the advantage for the race as we up by almost 2/10 there? Not a bad time in the second sector. Nice and tidy for Ascari.
P3 right now.
Shane is on a flyer. Is he going to find any more time through the final corner? There's going to see the McLaren in the background there. I believe in Noah getting ready to start his lap. So here we go then. Shane to the line. That's only 5th quickest. Lost a bit of time there.
Just a little in at the end there, it looks like then. Ferenc is invalidated, so that's his quali over, I believe.
So is Zane. What about Jax? Is he on an improvement right now? Hershey's called it a day. Jax at 19.5 holds 12th position as the Alpine, I believe, brand. Holds a 19.335. We'll go on board with your fellow Norwegian, the Ferrari. Then we'll go on board with Snipes.
Let's see, Volakongen over line to 4th currently.
And Snipes moves to
a lot
9th.
of drivers.
As Ferenc doesn't improve, and there's an Aston going, so I'm guessing that's Davey who's binned it. But right now we're going to go on board with the Haas of Lickle. Oh yeah, we see Davies ruined car in the background, lost it through Ascari, so couldn't get a lap really together. But Lickle then to the line.
Oh,
what's it going to be?
AT in Parabolica just loses the back end.
Lickle though in 3rd with an 18.9. That pace came out of nowhere, and Cam, I think, invalidated, but it would have been a 19.1. Cam had the pace to be up there, but he's just invalidated, which is going to be a kick in the teeth. But Tito coming to the line. And it's only 14th, 19.5. Don't think Zane is on another lap. No, he's invalidated. Jax, is he on another lap? I don't think he is. He's got plenty of ERS. Nah, he's not on a lap. And I believe that's quality over, so I think Marlon's actually took it.
Yes, indeed.
But Lickle, though, came out of nowhere to take 3rd with an 18.9, and Cameron could have been up there, but just an invalidation which cost him the time. I don't know if that was being distracted because of the Aston Martin colliding into the wall in Ascari. And yeah, only one Alpha today. Nick, unfortunately, hasn't joined the session, I believe. He was meant to be in it today, so hopefully he can make next round because we're all about to go in the race. Well, while we've got time, Bottle, do you want to go over the sponsors for PSGL?
I will indeed. And for anyone who's been following the PSGL streams throughout the season, they will know about now that GT Omega is our official title sponsor for season 31. GT Omega, a leading manufacturer of gaming peripherals, from chairs to rigs and pretty much everything you need. Once again, Jared, you should have a look at that, but nonetheless, for anyone who are interested in that, you go to gtomega.co.uk, and then at the checkout, remember to use PSGL for 5% off their products.
Well, that's time to go on over the sponsors then, and I might have a look into that. But right now, though, Marlon on pole by 8 thousandths of a second ahead of Noah, with Lickle in third, Fruitful fourth. The fellow Norwegian in fifth, as I've been apparently saying his name wrong. Alex Murray in sixth, Shane in seventh, Brent in eighth. The other Merc of Etis in ninth, Snipes in 10th, Hershey 11th, Brand at 12th, Lewis Curtis in 13th, and I believe that was Tito in 14th there, as I ran out of time. Hopefully Cody's can fix this silly formation lap glitch, which they've done in single player but not multiplayer, so we can go through the rest of the grid usually. But we'll wait for people to pick the race strategies.
Nah, much better without formation laps, you know, Jared.
Oh yeah, it's going to be hectic all the time.
Always gives us that element of chaos in turn one, you know. Yeah,
but I'd like to get what happened in Austria. You know, Lewis Curtis.
To say the least, Monza, cold tires, turn one chicane.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I do think there is going to be some chaos today.
I almost caused a 4-car pile-up in the one in F13, so I do know what you mean by the tyres. But we have
Jared, in your case, though, it wouldn't even matter if your tyres was actually up to temperature. You were going on the grass, man.
I don't know about. Well, then we have 5 red lights then for the Italy race, round number 6, and we're underway then as we're going to go on board. And know he's had a shocking over start, and it looks like he's going to get dropped by Edward and the Aston Martin in the background there. The Aston's going on the inside with 3 wide almost into turn 1. Marlon gets a good start. Edward round the outside. Is he going to make it into turn 2 in second? Oh, bit of contact. And the answer is no. He has to hold his own. But what's going on here? See the Merc and the Williams going side by side now. Rad wants a piece of the action, but there's yellows already in the background. That's Burrell. Sondre, it looks like he's either spun it off the line. He hasn't got any damage. He's had a bit of contact. Oh, a bit more contact in the background. Lewis hitting the McLaren. The Aston's now getting through. It's all kicking off. Another yellow. And that's Cameron off the track. So, yeah, you're right about the cold tyres, Sondre. It's definitely kicking off already.
Indeed. And I gotta say, TF Davey, he's taking a chance. He started on the soft tyres and he's taken a lot of positions. Was in a 3 wide moment in the first chicane as well, and really carving his way through her and doing a brilliant job so as well.
Yeah, not bad at the moment as Marlon's holding on for his lead, but he needs to try and get out of that DRS range if he wants to keep the lead before lap number 3 is on, which is the provisional fastest lap. But Fruitful is looking a bit hungry here. He's going for the move on at Lickle, right in the inside, as Halvor's cheering on the fellow TNR driver. But Fruitful into third. Lickle drops to 4th as we're going to go back in the background there. We can see Alex Murad and the Aston going side by side. You said Davey is on softs. He's looked like he's got the better grip at the moment. He's got the move done on Alex. Is he going to be able to get the move done on Lewis? He doesn't look like he's got enough straight line speed at the moment. As Ferenc and Lickle now going side by sides, we're on board with the fellow Norwegian.
Oh, Davey with a mistake in that second chicane, ending up having to cut it.
Lickle's just looks like he's got no grip on the tyres. He's just losing positions now as Ferenc made a move on the inside there, quite easy. And usually Lickle don't give away positions like this. Now he's under threat by the fellow Norwegian. What is happening with Lickle? Has he got some damage or something? Or he's just losing positions now, left, right and centre. As he's now into 6th. That's only lap number 2. Oh, yellows in the background. That is Burrell going slowly. Hopefully he can continue. I believe he's still testing out his wheel, so hopefully he can get a bit of luck out there today and get some solid laps in.
the amount of the amount of grit advantage that Davey has over the hard runners right now. You could see him going way later on the brakes than Lewis.
Yeah, but I gotta cut you off.
Right now,
I'm
closing
gonna
up.
make
He's
a
gonna
move.
go for it on the inside, and that is an absolute terrorist move.
Wow, unfortunately, I missed that fight. I was on board with Lickle getting overtaken almost by 2 cars here. Shane's now getting in the mix. He's passing Lickle. Lickle must have some damage or something with the car because he's just slowing down every time. I think he's got minor damage to the front wing, possibly, with the contacts he had with Noah. And Burrell's called it a day for today, which hopefully he can do better for the next round. But Lickles must have an issue here, Sandra. He's really under threat.
It's not looking good right now, and
hang on, what's happened to Lewis? Is that what you're on about?
Spun by Davey.
Well, usually I don't congratulate a driver spinning somebody, but it's not a curse. You know, he's going to spin it himself in the Scary. But hopefully he can recover later on in the session. But Davey, though, he's on the charge.
Halvor, everyone except for Davey and Volakongen is on the hard tires.
My apologies, the tyre graphic wasn't on, and I thought I put it on. As Davey's in the pits then, so that is an and he's got a 5-second. If he's retiring, why is he?
Yeah.
Well, he's definitely getting a pen for next round. If he's caused an altercation, what a clown. But right now, though, on board with the fellow Norwegian on mediums, has the only tyre advantage compared to everybody on the grid right now.
You know, I dare you to say his name, Jared.
you know what? I'm good, alright? I'm just going to call him the fellow Norwegian because he's the only Norwegian he has. Lickle yet again has lost another position. He's dropped the 10th. Oh, I said he lost.
I think I gotta agree with you. Lickle must have damage or something.
Unless this is the actual pace.
He's not able to keep the pace he was keeping in quali.
Well, when he goes in the pits, we'll go on board with him.
Well, looking good in a Scary though.
It's definitely, it can't be his tyres being cold still, because there's no way that's the thing. Lickle trying his best to see what he can recover.
Volakongen is getting an easy move done on Ferenc, getting a good exit from Parabolica. Oh.
Nope, you've got the hiccups now. This isn't
Volakongen
going deep though.
Deep though.
As Ferenc is, well, he hasn't got the battery to burn compared to the Ferrari. There's no other little overtakes at the moment. We'll maybe go on board with Cameron in a sec. Actually, we'll go on board with Cameron now, actually. He's making a move on the Ferrari. He's no longer in 17th. He's in 16th. And Snipes then, back of the grid at the moment. Ooh, a lot of a rear kick out there from the Ferrari. They almost ended it into the wall. We could see a little scrap here between Lewis and Cameron if Cameron can catch up. For the fight for the lead, we'll go back on board with Ferenc. Keep an eye on Noah as well.
Marlon. I do have to say, Marlon looks like he should have this win in the bag. Sitting in the lead without any DRS from any drivers ahead and still keeping a good amount of DRS.
Sorry to cut you off there, son. That is definitely questionable by Lickle there. Brand was on the outside, he was still there, and Lickle giving complete no room. And if he's got damage, that's fair enough, but why fight the position? As it could cost Brand actually a position in the background. Got to be careful with his defending. You know, they questioned me about mine, and obviously I've been penalised. Got to be careful shoving people off track.
Jared, your defending is just straight up terrorism.
Well, I learned it from Krypton, you know. I just did it like he did in Canada. But let's enough about that. We'll go back on board with Bran then. In 11th, right now, challenging the Haas of Lickle. Lickle looks a lot better in the second sector, but sector 1 and 3, he's just not looking like he's got the straight line speed. Now, I don't know if that is because of the damage to the wing, he's got some side pod damage or what, but he just doesn't look quick, which isn't like him. He had some strong pace in Japan, strong coil pace there, and he's just not got it at the moment. Hopefully that can be fixed soon. But let's have a look at Marlon then. You saying he's got the win potentially? Why? Oh, hang on a minute. That is Curtis. Bottle by the Curtis himself. Spun it in a scar. Spun it in a Scary, and that's... he's going to have to hope for a safety car.
Well, to answer your question, I say that I think he should have this win, as he's sitting in the lead with Noah in his DRS.
Yeah.
And he's still managing to keep above 70% DRS throughout the whole lap.
Yeah, well, Noah's got 100.
Yeah, but he also has DRS, you gotta remember.
Maybe he's just sitting behind and waiting.
You got, like, Marlon is saving this amount of ERS while not having any DRS and no tow either.
I don't know. I think Noah's still got a chance. Obviously, it's advantage Marlon right now, especially in the championship as well. He's going to take a massive point lead compared to Shane, who's currently lying in 7th. Obviously, Shane DNF to Japan, but one board of Fruitful right now.
Fruitful under pressure, and look at this Volkoingen on the inside into Parabolica. However, is that smart though? Will he have DRS now?
I think Halvor's, I don't know, I think he might. Well, Halvor's actually telling me just to call him Halvor. The Voller. For the Ferrari. Yeah, we'll give that a try. But, oh, the Red Bull in the background gaining a lot of time under the braking zone, and it's turned into a 5-way scrap for the lead. Oh, yellows.
Fruitful.
Why is there yellows? That is Lewis again. I think it's possibly a retirement as well from Mr. Curtis. No, he hasn't retired. That's interesting.
Volkoingen though, exploiting those medium tires as much as he can. You can see it now. Him trying to get closer to Noah, and this could create some exciting racing at the front, Jared, if Volkoingen is able to challenge Noah here, because then Noah will have to spend that ERS, and then we're gonna see Noah starting to challenge Marlon as well.
Oh, I've got to agree with you. Lewis for some reason has gone it's gone soft. As in the background, oh, hang on, someone's binned it. I think, or made a mistake or something, because Alex has just lost a lot of position. I think he's got front wing damage to the right end plate, and yes, he has. He's missing an end plate then. Slicko's actually gained a position. As Vol then into 3rd. Yeah, Alex in the pit lane. And Lickle looks like he's making a move into 1. Going on Jax. Ooh, just gets the car turned in. Enough with the brake, but Jax is trying to come back at him on the exit, and no, he can't. Lickle is going to hold it. But he's going to have to watch his mirrors and also watch his battery as well. He's only on 10% almost, 11% right now on his ERS. Oh, Hershey picks up a penalty. That's going to hurt him.
You know, for a moment I was almost going to say first one of the day, but then I realized that it is not the first one, as AT and Shane has already picked up penalties.
Yeah, and obviously everyone's usually quite close at Italy. It's not like any other track where you can get away from drivers. It's going to hurt them, but right now the one-board of Ferenc currently in 5th in the Red Bull, challenging Fruitful in the Aston. Potentially, the Red Bull could get past here, and is looking a lot quicker than the Aston at the moment in the 2nd sector, and the 3rd sector as well, so that DRS from the Aston's not going to help him anytime soon. as Lickle's not losing any positions now, as Cameron's moved to 14th from TPP making mistakes.
I don't know, Jared, for sure, but after Wolakongen put himself into third there, it looks like Marlon has upped the pace a little, because you can see him stretching these leaders out a bit more. And also you can see that Noah has actually spent some ERS lately.
Let's have a look. Yeah, he has spent a little bit as Lewis. That's the fastest lap. I'm guessing he's now going to do an in-lap and then retire the car. But yeah, he could be right there. Maybe he's feeling under threat by Vola right now, but I wouldn't really worry, because Vola's going to be the only one on the hards when he pits. Everybody else is going to be on mediums. He's going to be a sitting duck.
True, but going on to the hards though, he will have the undercut.
Yeah, but then you've got to add, even with that undercut, he's not going to get DRS as much as Noah, the guys behind who are going to keep pulling each other along. I don't know. I don't think it's
Indeed.
Smart strat. It could be a smart strat. He's proven me wrong before twice now, where he's done a strat. I believe in Japan, he went intermediates or wets. It was like he didn't even stop pit. He just did them the whole race, and unfortunately just missed out on points. So,
interesting.
After,
comment from Halvor in the chat here.
What's he saying?
Will he go to the hards though? We could be in for an ambitious medium soft strategy here.
Oh, I haven't seen a medium soft strategy on this game around here, so it's very ambitious. If you want to try, he's been very ambitious with his strategies, hasn't he? Like Japan, he did the zero stop. What was it? Austria, he pitted 3 laps earlier than the leaders and was challenging for the win at one point. He's got some good strategy calls, I will grant him that, but well, it's going to be a big task to try and keep those softs in operating window as well, because we've seen it, the softs don't last long. They're just a qualifier now.
Indeed, well, one thing's for sure, he's gonna have to stay out as long as possible on these mediums as well. However, so far though, it's looking like the mediums are lasting pretty well right now. He's not the best turn 2 from him there, but oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong driver. That was actually Noah.
How? I
thought there was something wrong. The car was orange, and I was just like, something's got to be wrong here.
He's in a Ferrari, not the McLaren.
But anyways, as I was gonna say though, we can see him. He's steadily getting more and more ERS, so it doesn't look like he's struggling right now. So we'll see how long those mediums hold though.
Yeah, hopefully he can last them as long as he can, as Cameron just made a place on Snipes, or it was Tito, one or the other, both of them made moves, and Cameron's now back into 13th, trying to make his way through the field, but he might have lost the train, so he's going to have to try and catch that quickly, as he's getting overtaken by Snipes there, and he drops back to 14th. Is Lewis?
Noah getting close to Marlon now, though, Jared.
Oh, he is.
But look at Marlon's straight line speed, though.
Nah, Noah is coming, but he's not using his ERS. Nah, he's not going to dive it. Nah. Thought about it.
I think he could have gone for the move there if he wanted to, and if he used more ERS, but he's sitting back trying to get Marlon to spend more of that ERS, which at this point Marlon has used quite a lot of ERS at S now.
Ooh, Lickle's got a penalty. That's going to hurt. He's got a penalty and potential damage to his wing. As well, then still on the mediums. He's just going to prove me wrong, isn't he? He's going to go soft tyres. He's going to take the win of the race somehow.
Oh, I'm not sure about win. If he
He's
goes
good.
on the softs, I think he might be able to pass Noah and Marlon, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to keep them off until the end of the race if he ends up doing this strategy.
Well, Noah staying the same distance as Shane is in the pits then. So Shane is the first one in. Cameron and Snipes are also in the pits. There's Yellows in Sector 2. There's no way Lewis has binned it on the right. Okay, Lewis is on 5 laps. I can already see blistering on his tyres. I don't think he's going to go soft then. And Lewis got a 3-second penalty. Do you think Lickle's pitting this lap?
Difficult to say. It's looked like he struggled for a while, but
it's just I'm going to go on board him when he pits because I want to see if he did have some damage to the car or something, if he changed it. But no, yet again gaining a lot of time this time.
Oh, no, I think this might be the lap.
Yeah, he's going to go for it. He's using his battery. This is it. And the McLaren in the lead.
It's the move for the lead there.
A lot of people staying in the pits. Oh, Brand's picked up a 5-second speed in the pits. Oh, hang on though. Some of the Ferraris now getting in the mix as well. Mediums still look okay.
Medium's looking surprisingly good still. We are on lap 15 here. Shouldn't be too many more laps before these two ahead are starting to think about pitting over to the mediums. And
well, hang on. Noah's using a lot of his battery right now. So is Marlon. 8/10s. Noah's almost broke out of DRS range here. That's how says tyre whisperer. Oh, maybe, but Lewis yet again spinning. Lewis, just retire the car. Stop spinning. You're not taking those softs to the end.
You're right indeed, but this though, this straight here, DRS again, that's what's going to be make it difficult for Noah to even
he's
try.
in.
Although Noah goes in, Marlon continues. Which is good for Volakongen, who obviously continues. I don't know. He's definitely going to the softs at this point, but
well, look who's in the
pits. Have you
pits.
seen anyone do soft strategies in?
No. No.
So we have no idea how long they are good for.
Well, with Lewis, Lewis did it. It was 6 laps, 5 laps, strong pace before he spun. Oh, Shane that's a new fast lap. I didn't catch that. If he changed their front wing, I don't think they did. I think Lickle might have some. As Matthew's saying, MS for the Ferrari. He's going to be quick at the end, but for a couple of laps, those tyres aren't going to last. Lewis, I know spins a lot. He was on softs. He did 4 laps, 4 to 5 laps strong.
Marlon really pushing on this lap. He's clearly going into the pit now, down to 10% DRS almost. Volakongen also pushing to make sure he stays with him. Now let's see then. Marlon, I'm expecting both of these two to go into the pit. There is Marlon. Volakongen does continue, Jared, so he's going to stretch it a little bit more.
He's agreeing with what Matthew's saying. MS is a viable strat. Matthew's just saying it's not the best to go with, but well.
FNR away. Array. Volakongen does not like mainstream.
main what?
Fair enough.
What do you mean? Mainstream, was it? Oh, alright. Fair enough, it's Marlon then. It stays behind Noah.
There, aren't you?
Yeah, it's Monday. as I already want to go to bed. As Snipes then rejoins the back to 12th. Ooh. There's a little scrap going on here, which is looking a bit feisty for some of the guys.
Well, what I was saying to was mainly Noah successfully pulling off that undercut, have broken DRS with Marlon. Marlon still doesn't have that much ERS to use either, neither does Noah at this point, but...
And you were like, oh, Marlon's going to easily win this.
Well, it looked like he had pace to go on when he was in the front there.
Ray says he's very good on tyres though, so if anyone makes it, it's him. Well, if he does, then...
Well, here he
he's
is in
in.
the pit. Let's see where he comes out though. He should be around
he
Ferenc,
actually
I
is
think.
quite soft.
Let's see. Noah coming down the straight here. There he passes. Here's Wolakongen coming out behind Marlon. Is he gonna? He's gonna be ahead of Ferenc, Jared.
Well,
and being on the softs, he's gonna get them up to temperature quite quickly. So if he can manage to edge into that DRS range of Marlon quickly, then could be interesting to see how he makes this work.
oh, so I might have to cut you off here. Sane is looking a bit hungry on camera, and we missed the overtake there. We were on board of the Ferrari. And, well, no, he's just dropped back now. Cameron, though, into 12th. Edward then into 9th. I think that's the best result he's going to get today.
As Ferenc is inside Wolakongen's DRS. Wolakongen looking a little bit shaky on this south lap power. That could have to do with tire temps as well. But they should be up to temperature at this point though.
Oh, definitely. They've probably been up temperature from turn 4.
Oh, Ferenc getting a snap in Parabolica. Could have gone very bad for him there. And Fruitful looking like he's won a challenge, but he's a bit too far behind this time.
No, but these guys are probably going to be a bit happy that the Ferraris helping them catch up with the leaders with the DRS.
I can tell you that Noah, he's doing everything he can to keep Marlon outside of DRS. Marlon, he's doing everything he can to get inside that DRS and to keep Wolakongen out of his DRS. And Wolakongen's pretty much doing everything he can to catch up as well.
Yeah, Matthew's saying Wolakongen should be fine.
Ferenc is almost slipping out of that DRS range now. He has pretty much no ERS to spend either. Having a very good Ascari run there though.
He's almost in range, both drivers almost in range of each other.
Oh, Ferenc has lost DRS to Wolakongen though. Because Wolakongen has completely drained his battery to get out of...
Oh, Fruitful's past Ferenc. Moves to 4th. .2. Matthew says he needs to be in round about now in DRS range if he wants a chance.
Well, I don't. At this point, I don't think he's got a challenge for the win. It just. I think he would have needed to catch up quicker. But with Fruitful and Ferenc being out of his DRS though, and it's just 7 laps left, he could be on for a podium here. However, Fruitful gained a little time there, has managed to just about creep into DRS.
Right now, though, there's another fight kicking off. Edwards in a bit of trouble by Hershey in the McLaren. Could be possibly overtaken there if they don't catch up with Jax. Sorry, not Jax, Brand ahead in 8th. Matthew's saying he'll be caught, Sondra, if he doesn't get in Marlon's DRS. Well, we're easily expecting that he's going to get caught, but Lewis gets another 3 second.
You know, you gotta give it to Lewis. He's 56 seconds pretty much behind the next car.
Oh, someone
But
spun.
hasn't given up though.
No, he just spun it. That's why. He's a minute behind. He hasn't given up. Well, yeah, right now though, fruitful 6 tenths. 2, that's the other Forest snipes into the wall there. Imagine a late safety car right now. Well, not right now, but imagine a late safety car in like the next couple of laps. Good help, Vlocken there.
It depends really. If a safety car would come out at this point, people might not pit as well, you know.
Yeah. But I think the guys outside the top 10 would. They'd definitely pit stops. If
They
it came
would
out.
obviously. They have nothing to lose, so. It's the guys up front, like Noah and Marlon. Those people can lose a lot on pitting if nobody else pits suddenly, so. Yeah.
This first up is a 20.5. So he was really pushing his sauce. Fruitful then. He's in DRS range looking for a podium. And you can just see the grip difference already.
Marlon, oh, he's managed to work his way back into Noah's DRS now.
Oh, Cam gets a 3 second. That's going to cost him a couple positions. Sorry, a position, not a couple. But, well, I've got to keep an eye on action up front and in this fight for 3rd. And Fruitful's using his battery. He's going to go for it. And yes, he is on the inside. And easy move there for 3rd.
Oh, and I think AT might have hit Ferenc into turn 1 there.
Ooh, hopefully he hasn't got any damage to the front wing. Oh, Adrian had a massive snap there. Starting to struggle out of turn 1 and 2. Under threat again by the McLaren. 1 lap 23. Marlon, as you said, has caught up to the leader.
I think we're gonna have a massive scrap for this 3rd place, Jared.
Oh,
Fruitful might be in 3rd right now, but all the drivers behind him has more ERS than him. Ferenc is looking very feisty on the back of Volokong in here.
Yeah, that is true. So, let's see, we're possibly going to go 3 wide down this straight. Here we go then.
Oh, Ferenc, he's looking for the move. But look at this though, Fruitful, he's getting caught by both of these two. He manages to stay ahead though, Volokong on the inside of turn 2. Ferenc on the inside in Curva Grande, using that battery, gonna try to get the move done. But Volokong, with a little more ERS management, has managed to stay ahead of Ferenc.
Ooh, 80 cent behind, almost ran into the wall. Had a bad exit out of turn 4.
AT's also picked up a penalty recently, I believe. I don't think he had a pen.
No, he had
a lap ago.
him and Shane had a pen at near the stop.
Alright.
France, it was managed to get back in the DRS range and that. So that could have easily ended his race. We're about to stop lap 25. We're going to go on board for the fight for the lead though. Gap's under 3 tenths right now. I think the Mercs can go for it. They're both in the same ERS.
Nah, Marlon's gonna wait. Obviously he's gaining on Noah here. Just applying some pressure, but he's gonna wait until the second to last or last lap.
Oh, I'll tell you, he's not waiting. It's Hershey making a move. Easy straight line speed advantage, and he's through. Passing Lickle. Lickle then drops to 10th again. Now, if Jax wants to scrape a point, he's going to have to use a bit of his battery.
You know, Jared, I think Ferenc has the tyres to go for that 4th place, but I don't think he has the ERS to go for it.
No, he doesn't, but I think maybe if Ferrari makes a mistake, because those softs, they're not going to last.
Of course.
So, they're going to last the race, but they're not going to be, as Matthew said, they're going to be good for 3 laps. The tyres are just going to die off completely.
Well, they're already gone to the point where they're dying off. You can see them clearly not being faster than the softs at this point. The mediums, I mean.
Yeah.
But,
no, I agree.
But he's managing to keep some ERS compared to Fruitful and Ferenc. So I think it's going to be very difficult for Ferenc to try and get past. Especially with a turn 1 like that, although... Has he been hit by AT? Or has he just outbraked himself?
I think he might have just outbraked himself there. AT wasn't close enough to hit him, I believe. Oh, Fruitful has picked up a pen and Noah's been passed.
Yes, indeed, but still though, Noah and Marlon still got a lot of ERS to spend.
I think that was a mistake there from Marlon. Yeah,
Fruitful,
it's definitely.
on the other hand, though, in a slightly worse situation now. Volkoingen manages to stick inside his DRS, and he's gonna have DRS on this start-finish straight on this last lap.
I'm going to have to go for the fight for the lead. It's kicking off now. Noah is being smart. He's using his DRS as well. This is it now. Last lap of the race. Is it going to be Noah? Marlon's defending. Got enough badge to defend on this straight. Oh, he locks up. Oh, that's not going to help his turn 2 entry and could cost him potential win. As Marlon's almost out of DRS range there. Noah's going to have to use all his battery just to catch up. As the action's also kicking off in the background as well, I can see the Red Bull challenging the Ferrari.
He's getting very close indeed, but he's just not getting close enough. Powell with a great run through the chicane though. Doesn't get the good exit and no attempt there.
No, Lolo. Trying again. One final chance.
Oh, but Ferenc has the chance into Ascari. As these two are almost side by side, but Volkoingen manages to keep that 4th, but then Ferenc pressuring him again on the exit of Ascari. Both of these two going as tight to the inside as possible. And it's going to be a drag race to the line. You can see this Ferrari just not having the grip on the rears anymore. And look at this, Volkoingen and Ferenc to the line side by side, but Volkoingen manages to just hold on to it.
And he gets 3rd because of the penalty what Fruitful had, so it's an even better result for Ferrari. But Marlon takes the victory then. made the move work the last lap, Noah made that costly mistake in the two, which I think cost him there to possibly have an attack in the end there. But that is your top three then. Ferenc in the fourth, for fifth, 80 in sixth with the pen. Shane finishes in seventh, Zane eighth, Lickle moves to ninth, Jax 10th, Hershey finishes in 11th, and Tito in 12th as Alex Murad then finishing his laugh. Is he going to take the fastest lap? I don't think he is. No, he doesn't take the fastest lap. I think Lewis somehow got the fastest lap and kept it, but unfortunately doesn't get that point. But what a race, Sandra. What a race.
What a race indeed, Jared. And what a last lap we ended up getting. Obviously, I don't think there was that much battle between Noah and Marlon on that last lap. You can tell me, perhaps?
No, that wasn't a fast lap from Alex on that last lap there. He just nowhere near it, I don't believe. So, but more not taking the victory.
But that battle for that third place, that heated up with Ferenc being all over Wolakangen, who could barely keep the car on track a few places, and it ended up in a drag race towards the line.
Indeed it did, as Marlon then it does take the win. So he took pole, takes the win. Unfortunately doesn't get the fastest lap, as obviously... Oh, Alex actually scratched that. Alex did get the fastest lap, a 20.541. It just didn't pop up when he crossed the line. So he did get the fastest lap there, but he doesn't get the points to finish in 13th. But Marlon takes the victory then with Noah second, Vola in third, Ferenc in fourth, Brufo in fifth, ATs in sixth. Shane then loses the lead in the championship now to Marlon in seventh. It's the first time Shane is on the back step for the championship. Zane in eighth. Lickle gets a good result in ninth after it could have been a better result. It could have been third with his quali pace. He just raced pace, or something was wrong with the car. Just had nothing to answer the guys at the top today. Jax though does take 10th with Hershey in 11th, Tito 12th, and Alex in 13th. Brian gets classified in 14th with a lap down. Cameron, Snipes, and the rest of the grid are DNF'd from today's race because I couldn't quickly get to that end of the leaderboard there. But what a race indeed, yet again. Marlon showing his pace again. I think that's 3 victories now in a row as well. So, Shane, you're going to have to wake up a tiny bit now, and you do have a contender for your championship this season. But Sandra, before we end the stream today, have you got anything to add on or anything to say?
I don't know. Just a small shout out to TF Davey on that first lap. Absolutely carved his way through the field there, showing some brilliant awareness and overtaking abilities there, and also at the end there, ice cold from Volkangen with all that pressure on him, knowing those softs weren't great compared to the mediums anymore, but still managing to barely keep that ahead of Ferenc. And also shout to Ferenc for showing determination to absolutely give everything to get that third, even though it did not end up for like that for him.
Right, definitely, I have to agree with that. But the Davey, I'm gonna kind of disagree as well because he had a bit of a collision with Lewis at one point.
Well, he did there, but trust me, if you saw his first lap, Jared, he he carved his way through on those softs there, and 3 wide in turn 2. That is, and being in the middle, and you end up going past both of them. That's a rare one.
It is a rare one indeed. Hopefully we can see some more action for that for the next round, I believe, which is Imla. But until then, I've been your commentator on here, and I was Jared Fosby. He's been joined by the OAP himself, Mr. Sandra Sohaug. But until then, I'll see you guys then. Goodbye for now.